Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Manta. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And if you haven't seen the previous Manta update, be sure to check that out before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump into the daily chart. You can see that we broke down below the Fibonacci retracement level 2.414, and this is a pretty significant downtrend, you could say, from this top in March 2024. We dropped approximately 82%. That is quite significant, I'm not going to lie. Now, it seems that we have printed a local bottom, at least for now, at 75 cents. That is going to be our support from now on, and if we do end up retracing to that level, that is going to be a very good opportunity for you to buy into Manta. Even right now, it's a pretty decent buying spot at 95 cents. Full disclosure, I do own some Manta. I haven't bought at these levels just yet. I do believe I'm somewhere around $1 something, maybe closer to $2. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Haven't looked at my portfolio in a bit. But if we stretch this out a bit, we can still apply this fib and use it. It doesn't, like, just because we broke below the 2.414 level doesn't mean we have to scrap the entire fib. We can still bounce off of the levels once we start going up, and like the 1.618 is still going to be a major resistance level for us. So this would be sitting at $1.47. You can see we have multiple rejections from that area, lots of buying pressure back in 2024 April, so a few months ago, and then we broke down below that in June. So we haven't seen a back test of resistance. That might end up happening if we continue making our way to the upside. We might reject off of 1.618 and then head back down for a higher low, hopefully, and then we can look for $1.08 as our support. But you know, that would be a pretty bullish situation. That would also assume that we're not going to be dropping back down further below 75 cents before we do that. You can also notice this block that we've got here, this channel down pattern, and we've been bouncing off of the resistance of that pattern for quite a bit. You can see we have multiple rejections and off of the support. So the same goes for the support, multiple bounces off of the support, and we did have this brief time period where we dropped below that, and a brief time period where we dropped or bounced. And as you can see below here, we have a period where we were below this sideways channel or this channel down pattern, and we had a period where we were above it. Right now we are once again within the realms of this channel down pattern. We can continue down this road back down to the bottom there at 75 cents. September is potentially when we're getting our interest rate cuts finally in the US, and that will prompt all the financial markets to start moving up, because obviously the dollar is going to get printed and inflation is going to keep rising, and that means that everything against the dollar is going to be going up in value, and that is very good for us because our crypto is going to be going up in value against the dollar as well. Taking a look at the daily RSI, you can see that you had a really good buying opportunity here. You were sitting at your bottom values in terms of the relative strength index. So in June and in July, both of these were very good buying opportunities. If you capitalized on that, plus you had that bullish divergence there. So over here, you can see that you didn't really, there we go. So there you had a lower high, or lower low rather. And then over here on the RSI, you have a higher low. This is a divergence between the RSI and the price action chart. And this usually signals an uptrend. Now on a daily chart, it's not going to be as significant. For example, you can see this was only a 52% move to the upside, which is not bad, but it's nothing too major. Now we do have a resistance going on over here around that level. That's going to be a resistance point for us at the moment. We can probably just add a block into that area. It's going to be easier to track it. And there we go. So just from there all the way there. So every time we get to that area, we have a rejection that happened in May multiple times. In June, we got sent back down into the oversold. And then over here in July, we're once again getting a rejection. So what you could be looking for is a break above this resistance here, above the resistance on the RSI. That would also align with a nice breakout above the resistance of this channel down pattern. And that could be your little foreshadowing for your retracement back to $1.47, because once again, we haven't bounced off of that area as resistance. So we have two resistance touches over here. We could break above it on the third go, back test 1.618 and come back down to 1.08 cents. So if you're looking for a short to mid-term trade, this is a nice setup for you. But again, I would only wait for a breakout and a confirmation. That's where you would enter and then subsequent move to the upside. Be very careful with your trades, and obviously no leverage trading. I'm completely against that. So anytime I mention a short to mid-term trade, I'm always referring to spot trading. I do not do leverage trading, and I do not recommend anyone to get into leverage trading. So that's pretty much it for the daily chart. Now we will have to start breaking some major resistance levels in order for us to set up more targets to the upside. For now, we're going to focus on the 1.618, and if that is broken and we have a very impulsive move to the upside, then we can start looking at $1.83. That's going to be your June top over here that we retested 3 times. So over here in May, and then actually 4 times, and then twice in June, twice in May, and then once in June. Yeah, so 4 touches in total. And yeah, that will be our next major resistance after $1.47. Let me know what are your thoughts on Manta. These are definitely some good buying opportunities for you. Let me know if you've dollar cost averaged into this already, or are you looking to set up some buy limit orders right now. I would definitely set up some buy limit orders at 90 cents here, and then you could potentially look at 86.5 cents, and then of course 75.5 cents. Basically take a look at the local tops and the local bottoms there. That's it for me. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.